Okay, so here I am. I'm still here. I haven't exploded or collapsed, although my heart is melted into mush from all of your comments and interest. So this is very, very cool, and I'm just very grateful. This is just, you know, the more these days continue, the more I realize, you know, it's really pleasure in the small things that matter. So this is a small thing that carries a big impact, and for me. And I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying this. So let's just dive right back in. It was a question about whether to have all the articles be able to be read properly and not be appearing backwards. If I did that, then I wouldn't be able to make sure I'm in the frame and that things are positioned properly, and I couldn't read your comments. So that's like, oh, so important. So I'm going to make a sacrifice and not dive into things that really are article oriented, so nothing will be backwards. I figure let's just go with the strongest stuff, which is the visuals. As soon as you see Simon, John, Roger, Nick, and Andy in front of you, I mean, who needs words, right? I mean, it's just all So, okay, I figured on that note, I will dip into centerfolds. These are 2-page centerfolds from all over the world. This box is going to be 1981 through 1984. So, strap yourselves in, kids. Let's see what we got. I forget some of the stuff that's in here, so this is kind of fun for me to rediscover it. Okay, so here we go. Bringing stuff out. This is actually probably kind of a boring part as I unpack everything. Okay, so this is fun. Laying on top, I have some really cool. It looks like an etching. So it looks like a not metal etching, but it's a I don't know which it's a cool drawing, kind of, and I think they got the expressions really, really well. Very cool. Okay, and hopefully I haven't embarrassed myself or anyone I care about, but can't promise that'll continue. So there's some stuff lying on top that hasn't been put into the proper order yet, so I have to kind of assimilate that, but that's a great shot right there. And you know, some of this stuff is common, but it never grows old. This is a great centerfold from Viva Rock. Oh, Japanese photographers, just fantastic. Look at that. See that? A little close up. Yeah, beautiful. I love the stuff that people share on Facebook, alternatives to some of the most classic shots. You know, we'll see the same session over and over and over, but suddenly somebody, I don't know how you guys do it, but you find, you know, different poses, different expressions, and it just blows my mind. So kudos to everyone out there who has a knack for sleuthing, and don't stop sharing that stuff. That's very, very cool. Okay. And some of the stuff on the reverse side of this is just as interesting. On the back of this Japanese centerfold, there's David Sylvian and Philip Oakey from Human League. Those are the days. In Central Park, great shot. Imagine taking a stroll in Central Park and seeing these guys. And can't go wrong with fireworks. And here's a shot that we've seen before. Simple, yet they add so much to it, just in their poses. I remember looking at these kind of centerfolds, and you know, their personalities would come out just in the way that they stood or leaned against a wall or interacted with each other in front of the camera. I mean, they just communicated so much. Here's another same shot from a different magazine. And this was taken early on. It's a nice, cool shot. There's an actual version of this, which I think Simon's holding a dog. It's from, I think, a UK publication. Never seen that before. This is kind of a stylized, artistic shot that appeared in a teen magazine. Those US teen magazines. Tiger Beat, Teen Beat, Super Teen. Yeah, they had great questionnaires and information about the band. I remember getting the impression that Nick's entire diet at the time consisted solely of strawberries and champagne. That was it. He didn't need anything else besides strawberries and champagne. I read that in like 16 magazine, so it must have been true. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go back to the beginning. Old stuff. Look at that. Absolutely sublime. Look at that. Beautiful. And it does say Duran Duran if anybody needs to know what it says underneath the photo. And this is the old wood panel shot. Beautiful. This is a fun one from Bravo. Bravo, what a great magazine from Germany. And for those Andy and Roger fans out there, I'm happy to turn it around so you can see them. That thing on top of Andy's head. Wow. That's courage right there. Follicular courage. That's great stuff. This is from Teen Beat magazine. I love the plastic behind them. Anything that sparkles, anything that's colorful, it always captures my eye, and I'm pretty predictable that way. And then, of course, Simon is smoking. It wasn't the most squeaky clean image back then, but it made them human. And it felt like a really off-guard moment. It's kind of cool. This is a great shot. A lot of us have seen this before. Look at that. A view to a frill. Beautiful. Okay, and there are the guys. Oozing charisma and class and just taking the world by storm. Beautiful. Okay, we have more new romantic. Beautiful. I know I would have been like the most popular kid in my school if I wore headbands like that, and sashes and scarves. And I would have completely rocked the whole educational system. This is a good shot of the guys standing there in their Anthony Price outfits. I don't know why they didn't make it full page. That would have been a great shot. That's another new romantic shot of them from a UK magazine. Patches. That's a good one. And Scavulo. Love Scavulo. Okay. This is from Dolly magazine. Seen that before. A lot of these were duplicated, but once in a while you come across same session, different pose, and you giggle like a little schoolgirl. Or at least I did. Good stuff. They are not behind bars. They're not being quarantined. They are putting on a really cool photo session right there. Okay, just so you know, just to clarify. Good shot. You can just completely ooze charisma when you're seated. And the guys mastered it. And another shot of them And there you go. Yeah, there's multiple shots of this. I should probably maybe pick and choose what I'm looking at so that I don't have to bore anybody with the same shot over and over and over. Okay, that's a good shot. Michael Putland, absolutely beautiful. Look at Simon. He is sending a message to the masses. I am Simon. I am here to stay, and you will love me. And that's the guys a little later as they were conquering America. This is fun. This is one of the most fun shots, although Nick is not smiling. So I'm like, hey, what's up with that? There's Simon, a little action shot. Very cool from, I think, Cream magazine, I believe. No, Circus. Okay, this is a nice shot of them seated. Those silk suits. What a look. What a look. The guys, them in Central Park at a bus depot, I think, or platform, tour bus platform. I'd love to hear the stories behind some of these. That would be very cool. And this section ends with them looking like that. Yeah, that's just fantastic. Makes me wish I could wallpaper the bedroom again. I think Christine would have something to say about that, though. So I will make sacrifices for the greater good. Okay. So we're going to zoom right ahead as their career progresses. There's them posing with the tiger. One of the best sessions ever. And it's all about the red gloves, right? John's red gloves. And the tiger who was drugged. That's a good shot. Yeah. Beautiful. And this next one is probably my favorite session of all time. All time. Yeah. And this is repeated in various countries over and over and over. So I'll just bypass some of this. But every magazine had their take on it. This one has the printed signatures. That was fun. I mean, as a little kid growing up, discovering Duran Duran, I mean, having their signatures, that was like a next level thrill. Next level. On the steps of the new Library of South Wales, I think. I'm probably going to get it totally wrong, in Australia, but classic. All of us discovered the world through a lot of these sessions. When we learned where things were happening, we discovered those countries, we would look them up, our whole horizon got broadened. It was extraordinary the way that we've grown up with this band. That's the guys in the front of the truck, again, and posing in New York City. Look at that, white and black outfits. Simple yet, it's all style. I did practice their signature. I saw that comment. I practiced their signature a couple times. When I realized I couldn't do it, I gave up and just stuck with drawing different versions of their logo over and over and over. So that's how I spent my time in class. This is a great shot. Right here, just all glossy and imaginative and handsome. They're handsome boys. That's a great one. Nick looks kind of gangster-like. Yep, and the bolo tie on John, interesting choice. This is on the inner sleeve of the Rio album. Fantastic. I was on top of a hospital, I think. Someone will probably correct me. In the UK, I think. Beautiful. Love the backdrop. Trying not to touch my face too much today. I can't believe how many times we all touch our faces. Okay, this is a great shot. Early, classic, timeless. Another version of the gray background stool shot. Okay. Let's see if we can get something a little more, shake it up. Shake it a little more. Okay, here's the same shot in New York, but you see more of them. Yeah. It's like, ooh, there's more of them in my eyeballs. This is a kind of cool shot. This was something that was put up and you could write the date or the time on the space below. It's kind of a fun promotional piece. Okay, so where were we? Jen won't be joining me today because she is going to be responsible and stay at home with Matt, her husband. So I totally respect that. So I guess it's just me, and hopefully that will be enough. Okay, well, it's me and the boys and you guys. Okay, so let's revisit this. I don't think we've spent enough time on this one. So yeah, that one just deserves a closer look. They know that their stars on the rise and they are having fun in America, and they're sitting by a pool, and Nick is wearing glasses that are possibly too big for his face, but they look fantastic. So very cool. Okay. This is a nice collage of shots from the classic session that we all can recognize. They look great. Love just the way it's constructed. And that's a great collage from Italy, of the Scavulos. You can see how often I've been in there recently. This is a little out of order. This is an old, great shot. Great shot of the guys. It's weird to see Nick with dark hair. That definitely is disarming. Oh, this is so fun. Look at that. It's from Italy. There's so much, so much happens when they smile. And this is actually on the back of an Italian article, which is backward. This is an interesting one. This is also from Italy, from Novella 2000. Duran, Il complesso di Lady Diana. I'm thinking that means the favorite of Lady Diana. I know I'm going to have awesome Italian fans probably correcting me or explaining what it means, but yeah, it's a great shot. And it's actually on the back. That's always a bonus when it's on the back of an article. It's like, oh, a bonus, unexpected, yay, winning the lottery. That's a very cool collage. Simon with slick back hair. I think it kind of works, a little bit. I don't know. Jury's still out. After this many years, the jury still might be out. It's not as good as the main. Teresa Norway likes to give me a hard time. No, it's a mullet. I'm like, no, it's a mane. Nick with red hair, one of my favorites. You know, actually, that was someone was talking about the dilemma in how to put these centerfolds up on your bedroom wall if it's double-sided. I mean, it's enough to cause some, discomfort. I mean, okay, which side do you choose? And if you, spend a certain amount of time with one side displayed, then you have to remember to flip it because, they need equal time displayed. So it was a real quandary. Not as big as trying to figure out when you have a poster on your ceiling, do you have it displayed so that you see it when you walk into the room or when you lay down on your bed at night? So, you had to figure that one out. This is the troubles of growing up as a Duranie. Okay. Great shot. Not sure what's going on with Andy's hair, but it looks interesting. Really interesting. And that's what makes photo sessions work. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, we've got a nice session coming up. We're having so much fun. Look at that. Oh, great. Great stuff. Laying down. Christy Berry Thomas says, laying down. Well, yes, I think that would probably make sense, so that they are the first thing you see when you wake up in the morning. That makes sense. But, then when you walk in the room, you want to be welcomed by, the guys on the ceiling. So it may not be that simple, but definitely it caused me some sleepless nights. Okay, so we have this shot, and then Andy closes his mouth, and you have a slightly different shot. Ooh, doesn't that carry thrills? Tingles. I don't know. This is from I think a German concert, maybe following a TV appearance. I'm not quite sure. Someone out there will probably be able to fill me in. But yeah, it's a good shot. John looks a little worn, although he's giving a smile, which is toothy smile. Let's see, this is a promotion for a magazine. And I think, who's on there? Simon's on there? Simon on there. Yes, in his baseball playing outfit right up there. Okay, that was from Number One magazine. Oh, this is a great shot. This is different than you usually see of the Wild Boys. Slightly different poses, expressions. Yeah, just delightful. I'm envious of the camera. Is that weird? Probably. More Scavullo. Makes me think of the in the Sing Blue Silver documentary when they showed all the contact sheets from the Scavullo session. Oh, that haunts me. I'd love to just get even one of those pages. Click, 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 click. Oh, that was fantastic. Okay, so then we have more. We've seen all these, but they bear repeating. Okay. Nice collage from the Rebecca Blake session. Wish you a good time at work, Cecilia. May the Duran be with you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as me, really. This is very special to share this with you and just to take a break from reality a little bit. Definitely needed. Okay, so now we're going to be firmly in the grips of 1983. Love this session, and I have particular giddiness about it when I look at how they made Nick and Simon look exactly the same height. That was a feat. So yeah, that was unexpected. Oh, it's great stuff. They look so tan. There's nothing wrong with that session. Okay, it's another one here. Different presentation. That one again. Okay. So let's move along to find something you haven't seen 14 million times. Ah, this is fun, from Super Pop, Spanish magazine. Some good pictures there. Okay. Then we have tanned and ready to go before the Aston Villa show. Virginia Turbot took this shot, bless her heart. And I have her contact sheets for visitors in here. She just is amazing. There's a nice black and white. Yeah, just really, really cool just to see them ready to go and to command an audience of thousands. This is a Michael Putland shot in denim. That's an ad for Levi's right there. Yeah, Levi's and leather. Going back a little bit to the men cap performance. Standing out there looking like $1 million. These should actually all be captioned. I don't have the creativity to caption them all, but I can imagine you guys would come up with some real fantastic summaries of what they're probably saying to each other. That's a good one right there. Rolling back the years. I loved this session. Loved the backdrop, loved the expressions. I remember getting this on a button and just wearing it so proudly, and it was really one of my favorite sessions. This is great because Nick has that smile, that impish little smile that made him look like something you could just take home in your purse. That sounded weird. This came from Limited Edition magazine. That was a staple of any Durania's collection back then. It was packed with great shots. This is, let's see, okay, there's some more centerfold. Oh, here's one coming up. This is a nice one. Of course, it's from Japan. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Hold me down and pull me back. Whoa. Just absolutely beautiful.
Hey there.
Hey.
How you doing?
Okay, I'm live with the Duranis, giving them a little tour and a distraction from all the madness out there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to move this over, and I'll just, rather than spend time to put this back, I will just move this over and then bring out another one. Move this out of shot. Hold on. Okay, so far we've been very, very diplomatic in showing just the group as a whole and going through the years, and everybody, all the band members get their equal time in the spotlight. I figure let's start delving into the different kinds of fans out there. I have something for everybody. So this is a box of the individual members. So this is going to be a nice little treat. Okay, so we're going to start. Let's just start with Mr. Rhodes, shall we? Yeah, I think that would be a good place to start. Okay. Somebody drew this, and they should be forever commended. Great, great shot. This is from Japan. Beautiful. Curled up on a boat. Is it Simon's boat? I'm not sure. If anybody has details, feel free to chime in. These are great shots too. On the back, Beautiful. Nick Rhodes, the man oozes style without batting an eye. Love it. I remember that quote from Star Hits, an interview he did. He said, "The art of poise is raising the roof by raising one's eyebrows." The man knows his way around a quote. That's a great shot right there. And of course, we have Andy on the reverse, just to balance out the two ends of the spectrum. Okay. We have Nick again in his thin pink leather tie. I wanted one of those so badly. And we have an action shot. Nick behind his keyboards. Like king over his domain. He just looks almost regal. Amazing. And this, I'm not sure which magazine this came out of. Absolutely. There's no words. There's no words. No, these are not featured in my books. I'd love to put together a book like this, but the amount of permission that would be required would be insane. Contacting all the photographers and the editors, so these are just in the archive, ready for any adoring fans' eyes to set upon them. This is a good shot, Nick. Is there a bad shot of Nick? Probably some of you could fill me in on that, but I don't think so. That's good. He's looking a little blue there. No, probably needs to be cheered up. Okay. There's a closer shot of that, closer cropped pic of that. Look at all that hair. Love the hair. Oh, what is it about the hair? The hair frames a perfect face. On the Eiffel Tower. Beautiful. And then the camera pulls back and reveals all the splendor. Then we're getting into the Arcadia time. Oh yes. Look at that. Sitting at the piano. And he's got his cohorts on the back. Beautiful. Okay, what do we got? That's a good shot. Nick Rhodes, I think that was at the MTV Music Awards, I think, or American Music Awards, I think. Okay, Nick Rhodes on the set of an Arcadia video. Spectacular. And then John and Nick popping in to remind them about the contract in the flame. That was great. What a perfect moment. So, on a day when you just feel kind of cooped up and quarantined, you just feel like lying on your couch just looking like this, don't you? I mean, really, that's probably the best way to deal with this whole ordeal. Oh, fantastic. I even love the artwork behind him. Beautiful. And this, I love this painting too. By the way, he's the one on this side. That's not Nick Rhodes. Just in case you needed some clarification. This is one of my favorites from a UK magazine. I'd never seen it before. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, I would say that was one of my favorites. But then this one came along from Tutti Frutti. Bless you, Italy. I love you. You were full of amazing magazines, publications, passion, and people. Look at that. Gorgeous. I can feel my immune system being boosted as I do this. It's crazy. Look at that. You want to just sit down and have a little conversation with this man? Yeah. Okay, on to 1987 for Nick. That's a nice shot. This, of course, is precious. All love that cloudy background. That just saw so many amazing photographic moments. And then, of course, very Bowie-esque. Love it. You saw this in the 1987 tour program. There's going to be some noise as someone's coming down the hallway, so bear with me. Okay. Beautiful. In that shot, he actually looks like he could be an extra member of Bananarama, I think. I remember thinking that once. Love Bananarama. Okay. And then, of course, it's John. Close up, drool worthy. It's for you John fans. Little sneak peek of what's to come. Oh, I forgot this was in there. Nice. Look at that. Okay, well, I can see the resemblance. Yeah. But, you know, if you really want to get into it, it's Rick Astley or Nick Rhodes on the other top, on the other side. I mean, if you're going to be trapped on an island, you just want to go with Rick Astley or Nick Rhodes. Nick Rhodes behind his keyboards, Medazland era. Beautiful. Okay, so that was Nick. Now, you Andy fans out there, you tirelessly champion Andy's cause, so I figured I'd reward that a little bit. In the Power Station days, old Blue Eyes himself. That's a great action shot from the around 87. This is a cool one. I hadn't seen this before from the set of Vito Kill video. And we do have Roger. Roger girls out there. Hugs to you. This is a classic. Love Raj. The ground that cannot be shaken. Okay, oh, this is a good one. Arcadia. I remember when the panic was setting in, when you read those teen magazines and they were announcing that split between Power Station and Arcadia. I mean, it all floods back. I mean, we were just like, what's happening to our band? What's going on? And we were just clinging to every little bit of information we could get our hands on. Life before the internet. Roger. Oh, what was that? You want more Roger? Okay, fine. A little more Roger. That's a good shot. Came from the that calendar from 1986 calendar, I think it was. Oh, beautiful stuff. Okay, so we've covered Nick, we've covered Andy, we've covered Roger. Who's next? I think there's one more Taylor, I believe. Does anybody need to go to the John? Oh yeah, that is. Whew. I can't even finish the sentence. Adorbs. Adorbs. Major adorbs. Oh, and who doesn't want to pose with a little stuffed lion? Does anybody remember the name of the lion? Anybody? No? Wasn't it Leo? I think it was Leo. Oh, and on the other side, great shot of Roger. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Is it getting hot in here, or is it just me? Okay. John. Oh, I remember this. This was on buttons. This was on postcards. This was just one of the best shots. Oh, yes, the world famous stuffed lion. And good one, Julie. You ain't lying. Oh. John and Niall. A relationship that has stood the test of time. I hope Hyde Park, nothing will happen to that gig. That would be amazing. So we're going to save our prayers, right? Yes. John looking, yeah, as only John can. And then he dons a fedora and stops traffic and causes accidents in the street. Good shot. And then John without a finger on his lips. Oh yes. What does it say? Hottest band in the land. I'd say Indeed. And put a fedora on it, and you're talking hello. Clio is one of the magazines from Italy, and they produced beautiful stuff.